Heading into work should not feel like heading into a battlefield, but there are plenty of workplaces with conflicts and breakdown in communication, and that's where our next guest can help. Pollack Peacebuilding Systems was created by Dr. Jeremy Pollack, and it aims to create happier work environments, and he's joining us via Zoom right now to discuss it. Good morning, Doctor.
Hi, how are you, Todd? Good to see you.
I'm well. I mean, when I come into work, we sit around and sing Kumbaya. It's very peaceful. No, we're like every other workplace. What are the most common conflicts people deal with at work?
Yeah, I think probably 10 to 20% of the time people deal with sort of communication style differences, personality clashes, that sort of thing. But I would say most of the time what we see in terms of conflict comes from what I would call ineffective leadership. So, things like not paying attention to people's, basic needs at work and what helps them be productive and stay, sort of high morale. It also, lack of clarity on role descriptions, lack of clarity on decisions, or lack of being able to give input on decisions. So a number of things that are kind of almost operational that come from leadership tend to create a lot of conflict, and those then lead into these sort of interpersonal conflicts.
So Pollack Peacebuilding Systems comes into that situation and deals with leadership. I think when you mentioned communication, you mentioned personalities, and I think that's where our minds go to immediately when it comes to conflict, but maybe not to leadership. Can you speak a little bit more on Pollack's, what the plan is for leadership?
Yeah, a lot of people tend to think of conflict in the sense of like, I'm not getting along with this one person. I have some personality issues, but really a lot of times that stems from someone else actually sort of ineffective leadership kind of stemming down. So we want to try to figure out what's going on at a leadership level, at an operational level, to help the organization function better, be more effective, et cetera. Sometimes that looks like, how are we paying attention to people's current challenges? What are their concerns going forward? Do they have clarity in their roles? Are they giving input on decisions that are affecting them? All kinds of different things. We sort of analyze that and determine whether or not if leadership is actually affecting those things in a proper way.
I love this. So you come in and look at it more of an operational, as a systematic type of change for that organization to try and eliminate those problems. Could you have any examples of something that you have put into effect that maybe at a previous workplace, maybe a before and after type of scenario, to let us know how it works?
Yeah, listen, one of the things we do is we do what we call our Peaceful Leadership Certification. And so that's a multi-month program for leaders. They go through a number of learning modules, work with our coaches, figure out exactly what's going on at a leadership level, operational level. We put them through that. We hopefully certify them. We've done that for a number of companies. And after we're done with working with a number of their leadership, it actually helps a lot. It changes the culture. So sometimes it's not even about addressing specific issues in the operation or the specific issues with each person, but really coaching them through, training them through. And as a whole, if leadership is better trained and coached, at some point, the whole culture will sort of shift.
I'm assuming people who are, say, middle management or business owners reach out to you. This is something that they could utilize. I'm looking for the why. Why? I'm assuming it's productivity, right? Or maybe it's down to the money. Why is that a peaceful workplace so important?
Yeah, well, so first of all, of course, productivity, morale, that sort of thing. But think about this for a second. If you're in a work conflict, a sort of an ongoing conflict, you're feeling a lot of stress. It is not a pleasant thing to feel stressed every day you go to work, or to feel like every time I'm going to a meeting with this one individual, I'm going to feel stressed out. That's it's kind of a miserable existence to have that at work. And so I think, number one, obviously productivity is important, but I think companies these days are really paying attention to the sort of basic psychological state of their employees. They want people to feel happy. They want people to stay there. They don't want a lot of turnover. They want people to feel like, hey, this is a great place to work. And so they're paying attention to this more. And I think that's a really important thing. They want people to feel happier and less stressed out at work, because otherwise there's too many options. People will leave and go get something else. So I think that's an important thing for companies to look at.
And if you want to look at that, there's a place you can go, and that's pollackpeacebuilding.com. You've got that website right there. Is this a free resource, or is this something to sign up for when we hit that site?
No, once you go to the site, there's tons of free resources on there. We have free courses, free ebooks, all kinds of stuff. And of course, if someone wants to reach out and get a little coaching or consulting or help with something going on at their workplace, they can reach out through that website.
Absolutely. Perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Pollack. Appreciate the time this morning.
Thanks, Todd. Appreciate it.
You bet. We'll be right back.